This is fresh.
The Secret Menu Podcast.
This is fresh.
What it do, what it do,
Damn,
what it do,
son.
what it do, what it do. Tapped in, tapped in, tapped in. Appreciate everybody pulling up on me, you know what I'm saying? We got a special one this time, you know what I'm saying? Legendary. Top I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna say top 5 out of the city and not 5. You know what I'm saying?
That part. Because you know they're going to say you biased.
And not just out of the girls, though. And that's the thing. Not just out of the girls. She out raps a lot of you niggas, too. You know what I'm saying? This has been a long time overdue because I do these and I didn't want to sing bias. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to immediately grab you and sit down with you because I didn't want people to think I only interview those the closest to me. But it's long overdue. The story's long overdue. Your album that is out now was long overdue, and I'm glad that you finally seeing some traction. I'm glad that your flowers have finally been brought to you of sorts. Still a lot of work to do. Still a lot more to accomplish. Definitely. But I think the world is starting to recognize it. That as far as the work you've put in over these years. But then there are still people who don't know, and I want to shed light on your story because there are still people who don't know exactly your story, what you overcame, what you've done to get where you are today. You know what I'm saying? For those of you who don't know, I got my girl Misstory in the house.
Yo, what it do, y'all? What's up, world?
Misstory's in the building, man.
We tapped in. I'm outside.
Yeah. I got you muted like a motherfucker.
What's up, world? What's going on, y'all? We tapped in. We on Rebel TV. Y'all know I had to come through one time. Come holla at y'all. You feel me?
So let's go all the way back to the beginning.
Whoa, that's far. How far are you trying to go back?
They say ladies never want to tell their age, so we won't say.
He's trying to jog my
We won't
memory.
say how far, but let's just go back. You're born. Growing up, was it just you and moms? Were you the only child? Did you have brothers, sisters? Tell us about your childhood.
Well, I'm the baby girl out of 5 by my mom, and then my dad. He was a Rolling Stone. Let's just say that because I can't put an accurate number on it, but y'all know how that go. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. So I got some siblings out there that might see this nose and be trying to tap in with you and stuff. You feel me?
Right.
But But as far as my mom, it was just me and my mom and my brothers and sisters. I got 3 brothers and 1 big sister with my mom. And
everybody older than you. You was the youngest.
No, I got a little brother. I got a younger brother, and then there's me. I'm the youngest girl. He's the youngest boy.
Bonnie Boo.
Bonnie Boo.
My nigga.
Oh my God. Everybody, nigga.
Look, we even got the male fans in here. She's still sexy as fuck. Look at these motherfuckers.
Why, thank you.
Just bang, what they do.
Thank you.
Childhood, what was it like?
Childhood growing up, man, I'm from Fresno, so if you know about Fresno, then you know, like, life growing up when we was younger, it was fun. Like, I struggled, you know, I went through a lot. I lived in, you know, I went through foster care. I, you know, always went through programs. I lived in homeless shelters. Like, people didn't even know a lot of that stuff was going on because I was a good disguiser. I was able to keep that stuff secret. So a lot of people don't know that I went through a lot. I was like, I was homeless. We was always getting evicted. Like, but it was still fun though, because I had all my cousins, brothers and sisters, and everybody was getting put out. Everybody was going through stuff. Everybody was piled up at grandma's house. So yeah, you know, it was the normal thing. My foster families kind of became my real family, and you know. Here we are
overall, the relationship with your mother, though.
That's my best friend.
You was primarily with her?
Yeah, that was my best friend. My mama never... See, the thing with her, she did drugs. They didn't ever do her, if it makes sense. You know, she might disagree with me. She was a functional addict. She was never a crackhead, quote unquote. She was a smoker. So my mama was cool with, like, all of the top people in the town at the time, you know what I'm saying? So we never got took. CPS never came and got us. She'd call on herself. Like, look, baby, mama needs some help. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send you out with this white lady in this white car. The white lady in the white car. She always pull up. That's a joke with me and my siblings.
The white lady in the white car.
The white lady in the white car. She would pull up to come get us and stuff. She like, watch your little brother. So me and Bonnie Boo, we'd be like, because everybody else was grown, you know. So me and Bonnie Boo would always like, you know, latch on to each other.
Moved around cousins' houses, friends' houses.
Right.
Different situations.
Right.
So
you know how they popped it back then. It was like who house you spent the night at the most, them your cousins, them your brothers, your sisters. Like, you know, I'm basically related to the whole city because I done been at people's house. We done peed in the bed together, got whoopings together. Like, we was at the school lunches at King. Like, you know, I was just a little West Side kid. I was a West Side Fresno kid. So everywhere was my home. Like, you know?
As you evolve from child to your early teens, how does that transition go? Because it's more the street shit. It's more the older niggas trying to holler the D-boys with the money. You said you was kind of struggling. Now it's these niggas pulling up. They hanging around. They got money.
Yeah, it got different once I got a little body yaddy on me. You know what I'm saying? That body started hitting. But I skipped my whole phase, man. I didn't ever get to have it. Like, you know, it's unfortunate because, you know, a lot of people don't know that I didn't have as many people around me as they thought. I was by myself a lot. I'm like a popular loner. You know what I mean? So, like, I ended up meeting my now son. I met his dad, like, you know, around that time when I was a teenager. And school, it just like, it was always something about school. Like, I was going to Edison and I was the mascot. I was the tiger at Edison. Cause
I remember that.
Everybody
shit.
thought everybody thought I was just tall, right? They was like, you got to play basketball. I remember they started funneling me through the basketball teams, and I'm goofy. I wanted to be on stage. I never wanted to play basketball. You know what I mean? And so me and Tonisha Yancey, shout out to the Yancey sisters and stuff, you know, they were stars back then. So I'm hanging with all the stars. I got all the, you know what I'm saying? And I had everything for it, but I couldn't dribble. They'd be like, don't dribble. It was bad. So they was like, you know, they was like, what can you do? And I was like, I tried cheer. Cheer was too girly for me because I was a tomboy, you know what I'm saying? So, but I still wanted to be with the girls, you know what I'm saying? So I decided to put on the tiger suit. And when I put that on,
because I forgot all about that shit. You literally were in the fucking tiger suit.
I think it was a girl, Melissa or something. Her name was, a little heavyset girl. She was the tiger prior, and then it came me. And then when I started dancing and doing my Dougie and stuff, they ended up taking me out of the school. Cause see, at that time, y'all didn't know I was in foster care, my foster care got moved out to like Clovis area, like not even Clovis, like the east side. And so because I wasn't in the district, they made me leave Edison and put me at McLean, and I was distraught. Like, I didn't want to go to school no more. Once they put me at McLean, I was just like, school life was over, because Edison was always my dream. I came from Scan, West Fresno. Like, I wanted to go to Edison with all my people. You feel me? So, and you know, McLean was our rival back then, and they sucked at everything. I ain't gonna lie.
Wait a minute,
until whenever they did.
Because I think that was 96 or something.
No, I'm talking about 90.
I'm talking about Leroy, when Leroy Easter.
Nah, they was all old. By the time I got there, they was all old. Them is old heads at the time. When I was young,
they had a power year when McLean was crazy.
All of y'all was the OG cast. When I came to school,
niggas could never hoop over there though.
Swear to God.
Football though, they had power. They had like
but they did something crazy to me though. I know Leroy and them probably gonna remember this though. Them fools tied me up in a tiger suit on the tiger post. Y'all had to come and get me. The football team had to come release me.
That's crazy.
Because I was the tiger, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all remember a long time ago, I don't know where we was at, Modesto, Hanford, something like that, but I was out there and they brought Lenny in. Lenny was my sidekick, and he had the tiger suit on and I had it, so we had two tigers.
God damn it, Lenny. I'm like, Lenny,
yeah,
now I remember. Little
yeah, man,
Lenny.
me and Lenny, we was dancing and stuff. We had y'all turn. We was out there doing dance moves. They took us to like Hanford or somewhere, and we ended up getting into a fight with the other mascots on the news. It was on the news still to this
crazy.
day. That was crazy though, but that was
so
like...
from there, around what age do you have your son?
I had my son after I dropped out. I ended up dropping out of school. I went back and got my GED, but I dropped out when I was like 17.
Do you become a mother?
I was like 16 when I dropped out and 17 when I got pregnant.
You became a mother.
Yeah. And I was 18 when I became a mother. I was 18.
Had you already found your love for the music?
Yeah. By that time, I was already full-fledged, wanted to be a rapper. I just didn't really have no direction. I didn't have no real team. See, I came up when Cold Heat, you know what I mean?
I created that.
You know what I'm talking about? So
But
I was trying to be on with y'all.
We got to go further back.
We got to go further back. Yeah.
So where do your love for music come from? Did
my
your
love
mama
for
play it in the
music
house?
started at West Fresno Elementary School. I was in a group called GWA, Girls with Attitudes. Okay, this is back when 4 Deep and 6 Pack was dancing in competitions, and
It was always rap though?
No, we were dancers.
Okay.
We were lip singers, pantomiming basically, and dancing. We were hip hop dancing, and we were trying to compete with groups like 4 Deep and 6 Pack. If you're from Fresno and you don't know about 4 Deep and 6 Pack, then you don't know about the real dance crews, because that's where it started at, right? So they was popping, and we wanted to be like them, and we started doing competitions and doing Juneteenth, and that led us, we ended up winning a competition over them at the Sanctuary one time. And after that, we started popping a little bit. So me and my 2 little homegirls, we trying to do our group stuff, and my homegirl mama took her out of town for the summer. So my homegirl Shayla, she had to leave for the summer.
Her mama fucked the group up.
Man, we was so hot. We was crying and
we
stuff.
still mad at you, Shayla mama.
Oh my God, we love you, Shayla.
I don't even know you, Shayla mama.
It was crazy though, because we was at like a pivotal point in our little group, you know, because that's when Brandy, Monica, Ray J, all these little young artists and stuff was coming out. Another Bad Creation was before that, so we was like, you know, right in that realm of when people were still getting record deals and all of that type of stuff. So we thought we was next. We was it. We ain't showed no voice.
How do you go
nothing.
from the dancing to...
So
was it rapping first? Was it singing first?
It was rapping first. So look, it was singing first, but I was doing the lip singing thing because we were doing SWV and stuff like that. So Juneteenth, some people were giving a show at Crest Theater, and they like, hey, E40 and the Click, Sugar T, all of them coming, they performing. We want y'all to come and open for them. So we excited. We thinking we opening, like back then, this was equivalent to opening for Jay-Z or something, okay?
Right, for sure.
Like it was E40 and the Click. We like, it's up. We finna make it big. We blowing up, all of the shit, right?
Right.
So we get to this concert, and before we could perform, E40 and the Click did come out. They ended up, something happened. We ended up not performing.
I think it was a shootout.
There was
outside.
a shootout or a fight or something like that that happened, broke out. So we was in the inside, and that was the first time I laid eyes on Sugar T. And I was in awe. I just sit there with my mouth open. I couldn't even focus on nothing else at the show. All I could do was stare at Sugar T.
You wanted to be that.
And I wanted to be like her.
That's what's up.
I wanted to be like
Shout
her.
out Sugar T, man.
Yeah, definitely.
So you caught the bug. You want to be a rapper. You begin to dibble and
now
dabble,
I'm
writing
at
your own
school
rhymes.
and I can't even focus. I'm in math class, science class, everything getting a rap. Everybody gonna get this work. I ain't doing no homework, no schoolwork. I'm in class writing raps because at lunch break, I'm finna come with my backpack on to the circle. You finna make a beat and I'm
Right.
finna go crazy on shit. And that
Right.
niggas like, ooh, like I couldn't wait.
remember you.
I couldn't wait. That was
Motherfuckers trying to keep you out of there, and you found your way in
I
there.
found my way in there. They wasn't
And then
gonna.
it was like, oh,
they
shit,
wasn't gonna
she
keep me
hard.
out. Yeah, they was like, she tight. Then I
She
start
hard.
beatboxing, and then I could sing too.
could do
So I
all
was
the
singing
shit.
and shit. Then I could make a beat. Then I come in rapping. They was like, oh, this motherfucker's
A
like
triple threat.
Yeah, they was like, she hard.
So when do you make your first like real song, studio with a real beat somebody made?
Ooh, my first song was with you. No, actually, it was with Urban Prophets.
Okay.
Shout out to Urban Prophets.
Shout out Urban Prophets.
Yeah,
Rest in
man.
peace,
Rest in peace, Mickey Bandit. My cousin Mikey, man. That was my first real rap experience, you know, him. And then he showed me Terry McCoy. So I seen that Terry McCoy could sing, and I was always like a super fan of Terry McCoy. I just thought he was the best singer in the world.
Yeah, he was cracking.
Yeah, him, Aaron, Gary. Like, I was a kid watching all of these, Moj. Like, I was watching all of them when I was a baby. You know,
and it's crazy because you always had the tomboyish aura around you, and you were able to hang out with niggas but not get played or fucked over.
Right.
Which is kind of hard to do when you a girl. You know what I'm saying?
I think they was scared of me too. Cause niggas know I beat them up. I can fight good too. Okay. That's why.
Did motherfuckers try you at first? Did you have to kind of prove like, hey?
I really never went through that. That's what I'm saying.
They kind of already knew.
It got
like,
to the
she
point
rough
to where
around the edges. We ain't even gonna try this shit.
Nah, bro. It got to the point to where I was like, you niggas finna quit calling me y'all sister. Niggas, somebody gotta like me around this motherfucker. I'm not gay. Like, what I'm supposed to do?
Right. So actually, you was like, wait a minute. Why aren't you niggas trying to holler?
Yeah. Okay. Like, what's wrong with me? I thought something was wrong with me. You know what I'm saying?
Because you always could blend and fit in and hang with the niggas, and it was never like the you know, because a lot of girls, when they try that angle, the other girls are like, oh, she over there getting fucked, right? And all of that type of shit. It never, as far as I know, it never came off like that to anybody. Nobody ever
I never
really
got that. I never dealt like that. I'm talking about
right in with the niggas. You fit right in with the girls.
Yeah, I'm talking about even they girlfriends, baby mamas, and wives like me and shit. I'm all at the house and shit.
What does that come from? Because you're a very relatable person. Me and you can go somewhere. And it seemed like, oh, Diego's but I'm really an introvert. So when I'm in public, I'm kind of the quiet motherfucker till I peep you're very good at talking to white people, black people, Asian lady. Like, you bring motherfuckers over. It's crazy how well. Does that come from bouncing around, having to fuck with so many people growing up? Like, where the fuck does that personality
I don't know. I think it just comes from being a popular loner and always wanting to be accepted by people. So I studied, like, people that I studied. And the things that they liked, I studied. And I always wanted to be that. So I would practice on being that for that person. And then it just became a habit where I was able to be a homeboy to the niggas. I'm the big sister to the girls. I'm able to be auntie to the kids. Right. I'm like, you know, it just became like a thing for me. So, like, nobody would focus on what was really going on, which I was broke. I was doing bad. I was struggling. Well. Yeah, like I was going through it. I was like, man, some nights I didn't eat. I was going to school just to eat lunch and breakfast at some points. Like, people just didn't know. You know what I mean? I was able to find the joy in it all because people love me. So
when you begin to hone in on the music thing, you began recording. Did you have a primary studio, home, crew? Like,
well, the first thing I tried to do was, it was a lot of people, like, back then, like, a couple of guys that was, like, interested in working with me and stuff like that. But I was always strategic about the energy and who I actually work with, even at a young age. And I didn't even know that that's what I was doing. Like, I was focused on energy and stuff like that. So, like, I met Dog. Rest in peace, Dog. You know, and Dog was like, "Man, let's go to LA." He was like, "This was after being with y'all. I had came with you, and it was me, you.
We'd be at Terrorizer House.
Yeah, we was at Terrorizers a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Chris.
Chris was my main thing, and then after that, I left and went to Groovement. Okay. Remember, I went to Groovement and started messing with Blaze, with Juan Bulgara. Yeah, and so after
Juan come up in discussions on this particular show a lot.
He played a major part in a lot of our careers.
He don't get the credit in the city that he deserves.
He don't.
He's the pinnacle. He's a big part of Fresno.
And he was dealing with my big head ass at the time. And see, back then I was popping thizzles. I was turned the fuck up, nigga. I lived my 20s. I don't know about y'all. People be hiding all that shit, but that's part of my story. You know, I had fun. I was high as the cost of living around this motherfucker. Couldn't tell me shit. But it was fun though, you know. And I kind of ran Blaze off. I did some stupid shit, but he like, you know, we made the connection with Thiz Nation and stuff. Me and Blaze did that together, and he got scared on me. He thought I was gonna run off on him, and I'm like, bruh, I'm not trying to run off. I'm trying to get us established so we could have something, you know. And we ended up kind of falling out, and he kept my album. And when he kept my album, after all that hard work, I went off on him. I kind of spazzed out on him. I'm talking about throwing chairs, like nigga. I was trying
Did you ever get the music back?
No, I never got the music back, and he never got me back as an artist.
We are one of the, because there's a couple people who have.
It was bad, but I miss him though. I miss
raw ass albums that never saw the light of day. You and then Supreme. Had an album that he never got back from.
I had 3 albums that never seen the light of day.
Damn, that's crazy.
I had
so
one
that
with
kind of
Diggs,
explains, because a lot of people ask, why hadn't she ever had an album?
Right.
Now we know that you did have albums, but
right? I was in sticky
Blaze,
situations.
we just gave you props as a pinnacle in the city, nigga. Fuck you, keeping the goddamn album. No, it's cool.
No,
Blaze.
it was cool. Blaze did all that work, and I didn't have no money, so you know what I'm saying. It was just like,
so he was doing all the production and shit.
And I think that he had some tough situations with other artists and stuff that he had dealt with in the past, because this wasn't his first rodeo, and it was mine. However,
and he saw you fucking with this,
and I'm fucking with this nation.
He's like,
Diggs
they finna
and
my hard
mouth.
work. This
you know what I'm saying.
Run off.
Right. And I'm like, bruh, I wasn't going nowhere. Like, what are you doing? Because Diggs kept inviting me to Vallejo.
So how did you lock in with Diggs?
Well, Diggs had put out his album. He had a day in the life of a rap. Well, Yuck Mouth was doing a day in the life of a rap star, and so he came out to Fresno, and he was gonna be filming. And this was rest in peace. Pretty Black was still alive. You know, that was his sidekick or whatever, his right hand man.
That was my nigga.
Yeah. So you know, they came down to Fresno. They had been coming back and forth and stuff. And Yuck Mouth was always my favorite rapper. Like, I wanted to be like Yuck Mouth. I didn't give a fuck what nobody said. After that Red and Blue CD dropped, them Dragons, I was wanting to be like him, period. So they was saying females couldn't do that. It was too hard. And I'm like, I'm gonna prove it to y'all that I could go hard like that. And so I wanted Yuck Mouth to sign me and work with me, right? This was after Pac died. So I wanted Yuck to sign me.
You initially wanted to be Regime.
I wanted to be with Regime. Yeah, okay. I wanted to be the Thug Missus. So Yuck brought me in, had me do a song with them and shit. He like, girl, that verse tight. I gotta rewrite my verse. I was so happy because Yuck Mouth didn't tell me he gotta rewrite his verse. I'm like, what the fuck? So I was pumped. So he came to Fresno and he's like, Diggs is getting out. And I'm like, who is that? I wasn't even a Mac Dre fan like that. They like, that's your folks and, you know, Fresno. And they telling me about the bank robberies, trying to give me the history of how these is my people and all of this shit and all of that. And I'm just like, I don't get it. And they like, your dad was a fan and your name Andrea, you don't even put the 2 and 2 together. I'm like, nah, I ain't never tripped on none of that shit. So I never like put none of that together with them in Fresno, all of that. Like, my sister was braiding his hair, all kind of shit. I didn't know nothing about nothing, okay? I wasn't even a fan. When my sister would play that romper room game, I would be cringing. I would be like, why the fuck are you playing this shit? Like, it's literally, I was not a Mac Dre fan. I was like straight Tupac, you know, Yuck Mouth, Regime Mob. I was like, you know, all of that stuff. So I wanted to go hard in the paint or go home.
Right.
And they was just like, he was like, Pretty Black got killed right after that. But Yuck came out to Fresno with Diggs. Diggs got out of prison. He did the California Living. When he dropped California Living, he came to Fresno and went through the Chitlin Circus. So he doing Hanford, Visalia, all of the shit. And they like, we gonna have you open in Hanford for Diggs at his California Living record release party. So that was my first big show that I had done. And that was the first time ever performing and opening for Diggs. So I went, I did the show, turned up. We had our whole crew. Blaze came out. He brought the big guns. He brought his money. He spent money on us and shit. So we look like we popping. We hard. So it's about 5. They travel in a group of like 150 people.
Do you remember the other artists that were part of Groovement at that time?
No. I know I was trying to bring Monster on. I was bringing in people. Like, I was trying to get Asha to sing. I was bringing Monster on. I was trying to build the label. We were trying to create something. There was a couple other people that I don't remember. No shots to y'all. I just time and distance. You know what I'm saying?
Liquor and drugs too.
That too. Oh, my grandpa daughter. Right. Yeah, but after the little thing or whatever, the show or whatever, it was a big deal for me. And Yuck Mouth was filming A Day in the Life of a Rap Star, so he did this battle out there, and we out there I'm on the porch, and I'm standing on the porch with him, and he like, I put 100,000 up right now. She'll battle any nigga out here and win. Woo, up all the shit. Man, it was niggas lined up. They had towels on their shoulder and shit. They like, we finna rip this bitch. Woo, up all the shit. Cause nigga, I knocked them motherfuckers out one at a time.
Every time.
I swear to God.
She been doing that for years though. You would annihilate niggas. You would annihilate niggas since high school.
That shit was funny because they always would try to challenge me, and then they'd be like, "Well, the girl gonna win. You know she gonna win because she a girl." I'd be like, "No, I'm disrespectful as fuck. That's why I won."
Absolutely.
So after that though, I did a little battle. Diggs and them seen it and shit, and they like, "Where you going after this?" And I'm like, "Shit, we can go to the studio."
Right.
So Blaze opened up the studio, and I had the song "We Want War." So I don't know if a lot of people know about that song "We Want War," but "We Want War" was like my song that I was about to drop, and I was gonna wake the whole city up type shit. And I had 3 verses on there. It was all me. And so I get them to come to the studio, Yuck Mouth, Diggs, the whole Thiz Kids, Crest Creepers, Bathgate, like Ryder J. Clyde, Johnny Cash. I'm talking about all of them cats. They all pulled up on the studio, right? So they come to the studio, we piled up in there. And then I'm like, I got Yuck and Diggs sitting on the couch in the studio. I'm like, look, I want y'all to hear this song I got. And so Blaze loaded up and he played a song, and that's when that "We Want War" come on, and I let him hear the whole song. But I stopped Blaze. I said, wait. He's like, what? I said, nigga. I said, I got them in the studio. I said, mute my 2 verses. I said, mute the second and the third verse and just let them hear the first one and the hook. And he was like, you sure? I said, yeah. I said, I'm finna try to get these niggas on the thing. He was like, all right, like, fuck it. So he muted my second and third verse and he played the song. And then when they heard it was empty, I said, I want y'all to hop on my shit.
Right there.
I put them on blast right there.
Free feature.
On God, they didn't charge me or nothing. They was like, this shit's... No, what they did was, Diggs was like, all right, for sure, I got you. Sis, I'll hop on there, because Yuck Mouth telling me to, like, he want me to fuck with Diggs. Like, I can't do what you need me to do right now. You're going to have to, you know what I'm saying, go deal with Diggs. Diggs got you. He got the Thiz Kids and shit, so he can hold up, you know, what you trying to get me to do. Right. And I'm like, all right, whatever. But I'm like, you know, but I'm like, not even a fan, so I gotta study these niggas. I ain't hyphy. I'm not turned up.
You wasn't all the way there yet.
Yeah, I wasn't into that hyphy mode. I had to turn myself into that. I'm a chameleon though, so I would figure it the fuck out to get on. You feel me? Right. So I just kind of like was like whatever. So Diggs like, I got a verse for you. Then he called all the Thiz Kids and the Crest Creepers, all them niggas in there. He like, whoever could write the tightest verse could hop on this song with me and Story. Right? And so the beat playing for like an hour. Niggas in there writing verses. They keep coming in there. He like, nah, that ain't it.
Nope.
He's like, nope. Nah, that ain't it. And I'm like, I was like, shit, I wanted you and Yuck. Yeah, I said, I wanted you and Yuck on that shit. And he was like, all right. He was like, all right, let's see what happens. So he muted the verses or whatever. He played the hook, and then I rapped my verse live. And when they heard me rap my verse live, he said, yeah, fuck that, we going in. So when I went in and I started rapping my verse and they heard that I sung the hook, both of them niggas started writing their verse. And I'll never forget, Yuck Mouth had the craziest bop. I don't know if y'all ever seen Yuck Mouth bob his head when he doing music or when he rapping, but he got the craziest bop. It's like crazy. Like his head was going like offbeat. It's offbeat. It's like weird. It's like a little... And so I got them 2 niggas to get on my song, and it was up from there. Shit, the whole city embraced my shit.
Did he smoke the entire time? When I did a song with Yuck, the blunt never went out.
The entire time.
As one passes, he's rolling another.
I can't honestly say who smoked more out of him and Diggs, but him and Diggs
smoke like that too?
Diggs smoke like that too. See, these is 2 niggas that don't do no other drugs. They don't drink like that. Like, but them niggas smoke like a train. They running a cold ass race. I don't know. I think Yuck just roll up faster. But
yeah, because
he constantly like he got a blunt. He's got like a whole fucking assembly line of blunts being rolled by himself. And Diggs is more like the backwoods smoker. So you know them backwoods it take y'all about 20-30 minutes. But the Swisher man, oh man, them motherfuckers is running. He running a race. He running a cold race. So
that song from that night ends up on what album?
It ended up on the Bay Area Commission.
Okay.
And then I ended up. Right after that, I went...
Whose compilation was that?
That was Diggs' compilation. So I'm not from Thiz Nation. I'm from Thiz Entertainment.
The original Thiz.
Thiz Entertainment is who came out. Diggs got out of jail and he created a different part of Thiz, like an entity, like under the umbrella. Okay. And so they put me on with that. But I never signed no contracts, y'all.
And I never knew that was original. I thought that was always the plan, that y'all got in there and made that song. You already had that song with 3 verses.
Yeah, that was my song. Okay. That was my complete song, and I had an opportunity where the two niggas was sitting right there, now. And I was just like, man, fuck it, let me get these niggas on the song. And they actually did it. I thought I was gonna get charged or something, but Blaze was even ready to pay the niggas if they charged me, but they didn't charge me because my energy, we was just so cool. We was locked in. Plus, I gave them a space to kick it in. Mind you, we had my studio. We kicking it. We turned the fuck up.
So did he handed the song over without a fight? Blaze,
no. Cool? He let them put the song. They put the song out. Whatever, he gave it to Diggs. You know, Diggs wasn't going. So when he gave it to Diggs, but that's where the tricky shit come in at. So We Want War come out. We Want War come out, and whoever he had putting out his music at the time, the whatever they was running it through, they spelled my name wrong. So I never got credit for We Want War.
That's crazy.
I never got $1 for that song, and we
even
came
after
out
you
before,
did the shit I put you on
never.
That's crazy.
Never. I never got $1. They spelled my name Misstory, MISS/
Misstory, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, like Mrs. Tory or something like that. So I never got no money for that. But then after that, I didn't know I wasn't getting money because I didn't know I was supposed to be getting money. You got to understand back then.
You was just happy to be
working. I'm happy to be around niggas. I'm 17, 18, 19. I was actually 19 and shit. So I had my son. Like I was a new mom. I had like a bunch of people around.
You was young and in the Lions Den. Yeah. Them niggas is way older than me. I'm older than you.
And mind you, they pimping and it's pimping and hoeing going on around me and shit. I'm at the trap spot in Cali. I'm in Fresno at the trap spot. I'm trapping on Glen. I'm all at the pub. I'm like, I'm one of them. I'm outside. So I'm getting my bread. I'm going to do what I got to do, but I got to be stationary. If you leave the trap, nigga, somebody else going to take over. So I'm trying to keep up with pimps and they got hoes going with us and all the shit. I couldn't keep up. So I had to fall back. I had to bow out gracefully because I'm like, shit, what can I do? I'm not finna hoe. I'm not finna like pimp. I ain't gay. I can't get a bitch to
so you selling dope.
Selling dope.
So let's
in
go,
Fresno.
Let's go back one more time to that. How the fuck do you? And that's dangerous because, like I said, you were always tomboyish. You always was able to blend and fuck around with the niggas. So how the fuck do you even begin to venture into selling dope? In like the not just casually,
just period, just like
because you know some people call like, can you get me this? Yeah, I can get. Like you going to the trenches, you hanging out, Pavarello House, the Glen Street, you right where it's really thick. How the fuck? I
had a trap spot on Glen for like 6 years or something like that. And then I used to get tents. I used to go to Walmart, buy tents, and be at the pod.
Did a motherfucker ever try to try you in that because you were a girl?
Yeah, you know,
robbery.
Like, no, I ain't never got robbed. Okay. God forbid it ever happens, but no, I ain't never got robbed.
Did the smokers ever try to strong arm you?
Nah.
I had a crackhead strong arm me. I had a motherfucker
sell me
like
some
16.
bullshit dope. I sent somebody else to go get my work for me, and they bought some fish rocks.
Damn.
And I was ready to kill that nigga. Yeah, I was about to end it. Yeah, it was crazy. I got the shit back. I'm like, bruh, you sold me this bullshit. He like, oh, my bad. I got you on the next one. Nah, bitch, you got me now. I'm looking for that nigga.
You got me now, nigga.
Riding all over town looking for that nigga. Thank God I never found him.
So other than a motherfucker trying to hit you with the bland pack,
no, I didn't have.
You never had nobody saying that this is a girl.
I had 2 guns and an attitude out of this world.
God damn it.
Yeah,
they never tried you in that.
No,
so you hustling like a motherfucker, still going to the studio, still tapping in with Diggs and them on a regular basis, right?
Oh wait, my house did get ran in one time.
By the police or by some
niggas? It was some Northside niggas. They came over there. I was living on Pleasant. Niggas ran out.
Allegedly.
Nah, fuck that. I know who it was. I ain't giving a fuck. I know who it was now. I ain't tripping. But
you found out years later?
Yeah, I found out like immediately, nigga, because I'm a factor up out there, so I knew what was going on. But at the time, though, the niggas came in there. I laughed at them niggas because they came in the house, nigga. It was sad because they put guns and shit to my mama and them head. My mama was in there babysitting. She had my little brother, Bonnie Boo, my mom. Bonnie Boo on the toilet. He's sneaking to smoke some weed, nigga. That's how he got caught. That's how we found out this nigga was smoking and stealing my weed.
He got caught in a robbery.
This nigga got caught in a robbery. They busting the door or whatever on my mom and shit. She answered the door regular. She holding the baby. They rush up in there on her. He in there on the toilet. They go in the bathroom and pull him out the bathroom and shit. It smell like weed. There's smoke coming all out the bathroom and shit. This nigga done got caught. But these motherfuckers, they left the weed, they left the money, they left everything they came for. Them niggas took my cordless phone. I'm just glad they didn't hurt nobody, you know. So thank God nobody got hurt. But
so they really didn't even take shit.
They took my cordless phone. They took my cordless phone and ran up out of there with the same shit.
Horrible thieves.
Yeah, that was horrible. They practiced the robbery, nigga. I came in the house panicking, like what the fuck?
Went straight
to the spot. Everything's still there. Yeah, and the shit was just sitting out. It was just sitting like right there on the dresser. All you had to do was grab the shit. It was nothing.
They rushed.
Yeah, they was scared trying to get up out of there. Thank God nobody got hurt though. But that and you know, the fake dope, man. That was the only 2 times that anybody ever tried me. So in my whole single mother,
time. You're rapping, you traveling back and forth between Fresno and the Bay. Mm-hmm. Or was they in Sac-Then? Rapper Island. No, they was in. We was in Vallejo. We was in Fairfield actually. Okay. We was in the mansions in Fairfield. So my entire time with Diggs and them, when I linked up with them, we were in mansions and high rises and condos. Like it was no poor shit. Like every time I went Diggs
around them
did
niggas,
it big.
Period. Like it was nothing but money around. His mama and them.
Shout out Diggs. Shout out Mama Diggs.
Mama Diggs is big money. We call her big money. She was popping from way back when. You feel what I'm saying? So like every time I came around them, it was nothing but like high quality.
So studios in the house. Y'all got to go to a studio.
A mansion to put a studio in. We all lived
in the house recording.
Right.
Okay. Y'all got to go to the building down the street. Or
nah, we had the Thiz mansion in Fairfield. Okay. So that was like 2 hours away.
How much music are you getting done with Thiz?
Well, at that time, he locked me in with Taz. Taz was my producer with the Dragons and all of that shit. So he would come and record me in Fresno, or he would come and meet up with me at the studio there. It was hard to get an engineer to sit still with me for long, so I would work with whoever was in the mansion at the time. So I got about maybe 4 or 5 songs done during that time, and then I ended up venturing off and meeting other people.
A bunch of partying, a bunch of kicking it. A bunch
of partying and kicking it. Like that's the majority of what we were doing. Because that's crazy.
You get 3 albums done with Blaze, but 4 or 5 songs with.
I got
Diggs.
1 album done with Blaze. I got 1 album done with Thiz, and I got 1 album done by myself.
Okay, so which is the album we released?
No, it was one before that the girl stole. Remember? When I was on tour with Diggs and them and shit.
Okay.
I had a little bitty, fuck my little dude and steal my computer and shit out my house and had the whole album on it. I was sick. I was crushed. I didn't care about the dude. I wanted the album. Yeah, no, with Tiffany and the Enemy of the State. Remember? My computer got stuck. I know, we didn't have so much shit happen. This was years ago though, y'all. I was like in my early 20s.
Some motherfuckers is traveling, but you're getting to be backstage next to these niggas at these big ass shows. I'm signing autographs.
I'm all in Kansas City, Seattle.
Dre's alive at the beginning.
No, Dre was gone the whole time. Already? By the time I came in, Dre was gone. Dre had been gone for a couple of years. So your relationship was mainly with Diggs, right? In that movement, right? Dre was around me as a kid, and I didn't even remember being around him. So I wasn't. Right. I couldn't lie and be like I was this diehard fan from day one. Like that wasn't. It wasn't the case because I didn't even know.
And that's solid because I've seen niggas actually tell the same tale you told. Like I wasn't a fan.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan. I became a fan after Jamal.
Oh, Diggs!
No, I was a Diggs fan before I was a Mac Dre fan.
You used to hate this shit. Some of these niggas used to hate that shit, and then they.
Actually, I was a Diggs fan first. I was a Diggs fan first, and then I became a Mac Dre fan because being with them, they playing Mac Dre
it's on
all the time. And then I remembered all the songs from Romper Room that my sister used to play and shit. So I knew the music, even though you know how you hear a song on the radio and you know the words and don't realize it until you start singing and shit, and you're like, damn, you didn't play this stuff so much. I know the words.
Was your transition from California to Las Vegas partly due to the Thiz movement?
Yeah, absolutely. It was after All-Star Weekend. So All-Star Weekend,
the greatest All-Star Weekend,
the best All-Star Weekend ever. Well, I don't know if that's ever. I can't say ever because I went to the one in New Orleans too.
That was fire.
New Orleans was fire. It was over the top.
Vegas was insane.
New Orleans was over the top. New Orleans was up there. It was with after the floods. That shit was over the top, bro. Like it was over the top. I ain't gonna lie.
You one of the only people to contest that
because it was
Vegas the best.
No,
ever.
Vegas was the best time I had, but I had so much fun in New Orleans. It was just way smaller. It was a smaller scale, you know, because that street ain't that long for, you know, all of the stuff that Vegas had going on. Vegas was like
the whole
New Year's
city
on steroids. Yeah, it was It was over the top. Like, that was the best time I ever had. And I was young, so I'm like, nigga, I'm moving here.
That quick.
Like, yeah, because Diggs like, we taking over.
We going over there? We going to Vegas?
Yeah, he said, we taking over. It's Las Bay Vegas. He was like, we going to call it Las Vegas. So,
Las Vegas.
That's
fire. They should have kept that.
He did for a while, but
shit.
We never did nothing with it. We got out here and, you know, the lifestyle, just like, man, it was parties, bottles popping, it was constant bullshit, drugs like a motherfucker. But like, it was like being on a...
And you're still young as fuck. You're still younger than everybody.
I was younger than everybody, yep. Except for a couple of the Thiz kids.
The Thiz kids.
But they thought I was older. When I was younger, they thought I was older. And now that I'm older, they think I'm younger. It's kind of weird how that worked out for me. But whatever works.
So when you get to Vegas, what the fuck is that like for the first time?
Man, when I got to Vegas... Because you from Fresno.
Listen. And I know Fresno seems like the city. Compared to Merced, Stockton, Bakersfield. Like, we seem like the city. But when I moved to LA, I'm like, nigga, this is a whole nother world. Yeah. So coming from Fresno to Vegas, how the fuck was that for you?
Coming from Fresno to Vegas, it was like... I don't know, it was like a dream. Like, I just wanted to explore everything. Every time I looked at the lights, I just thought it was $1 million over there waiting to be made by me. Like, I just thought I was going to get rich. This was my LA. This was my Hollywood. Like, I came to Vegas saying, like, oh, I'm finna go out there and I'm going to blow up. I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get on and all of the shit. And when I got here, it was like head first in the VIP. I'm standing on tables and chairs before I knew it. Bottles popping, lights, girls flashing, shit. Like, we in mansions. We with celebrities, like, people coming around me. It was so much, so fast. I got lost in the sauce for a minute. I started partying. I was enjoying that shit. I had a Monday through Sunday regimen on which party I was going to.
Everywhere to go.
Everywhere to go. And I had VIP everywhere. You can get wrapped up out here real easy. And I was like 22, so it was up.
So do you continue recording when y'all get to Vegas?
Oh, yeah. I was recording, but not as much. See, when we got to Vegas, so many people after All-Star Weekend, by that time, you know, Thiz Nation, Thiz Entertainment, we was cracking around that time. So it was like people from everywhere. They oversaturated the market. Y'all know it's a bunch of Mac Dre logos on albums that suck. Niggas was buying the logo. Like, it was so much shit going on. So it was so many niggas around. They stayed paying Diggs and paying other people for features and shit. So it wasn't never no room for me to record. I'm coming like, hey, can I record? He like, go give me an album. Bring me back an album and I do it. I'm like, how the fuck I'm supposed to bring you an album? I'm out here with y'all.
So you supposed to go do the shit elsewhere and bring it back.
And I didn't have access to that.
With all the,
he's like, they paying me, so I'm like,
they are.
I ain't gonna never stop on the money because, like, shit, it was like, man, get your bag. You feel me?
It's happening. So it's crowded space.
Right.
You spin off in Vegas and make your own way. You begin moving around Vegas. You doing your own shows.
I went and got a job. Because I wasn't selling dope. There ain't no crackheads in Vegas like that. It probably is, but I'm not in that game alone. Yeah, I left the game alone. Yeah, partially. It was like they was new age crackheads. It was like motherfuckers doing coke and shit. They wasn't smoking dope out no fucking on no pipes and shit. I'm trying to look for like OG.
You've always been a resourceful middle woman.
Right. I was the socket
so
like
even
a motherfucker.
Even when you're not dabbling in the streets, hey, if you ask me, I can tax you just a little bit and I can find anything.
Right. And from becoming resourceful, I realized how resourceful I was and I started tapping in on that.
Meeting a bunch of people in the city.
I didn't want to hustle out here because I was always scared that I would go to jail in Vegas.
You knew a lot of the people that were movers and shakers around this motherfucker.
Right. I grew up with them.
Coolio.
Oh, yeah, Coolio.
You knew him. Rest in peace, Tyrese's sister.
Oh yeah, Queen G.
Queen G. You was tapped in with her and Tyrese's brother. You've dealt with a bunch of people. The biggest weed.
Mike Tyson was my homeboy for a long time. Yeah.
The top weed. What's that weed family of people? You took me to the shit that had my mind blown. Who are they? That weed collective.
My Weed TV.
My Weed TV. Shout out y'all.
Shout out to My Weed TV. They're my people.
Like, you're always tapped into the shit. Like, I look up all the time and you have me at amazing shit. You know, amazing people in the city of Las Vegas, you know what I'm saying?
My Weed TV, they're my people. Those are some of the people that I met after, you know, my situation changed and everything, and they just helped bring me back outside and stuff. Just always supporting me and inviting me to places and stuff. They always share my stuff. So shout out to My Weed TV. I love y'all.
Shout out My Weed TV. Okay, so you're moving and shaking around the city. You're doing your thing. Eventually, I say, "Hey, I'm coming out there." You say, "Hey, nigga, don't trip. I'm gonna help you figure it out." I tap in with you. You're dating somebody at the time. You know what I'm saying? And we're introduced. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been big bro. So I'm
my whole life, like since I was like fucking a little kid, yeah.
So I'm hey, nice to meet you, but what's the deal?
Right, yeah. This nigga, like, who is this nigga? I ended up getting married.
But even then,
I got married though.
Even then,
he put you on though, so y'all was cool. Y'all was psychic.
But even
solid.
then, before that, Diggs was there because I remember you called and was like, "Hey,"
like they didn't have a relationship. They never met.
You called me and was like, "Hey, nigga, Diggs is here. He want to holler at you." I came through. Diggs was like, "Oh, you moved out here, nigga. Do this, don't do that." You remember? You was still
I was trying to tell you like how not what to do and move around and shit out here because I didn't want nothing to happen.
So you still had a relationship with Diggs for a while.
He met my husband. They knew each other, but they wasn't never like locked in or
Diggs
nothing.
was like me. It took me a while.
Yeah, all of y'all, all my like, cause
it took me a while.
Well, see, what people don't understand about me is that all of my brothers that I call my brothers, growing up in foster care and shit like that, like y'all niggas helped mold me. Like when I was a kid, like I've been around you niggas since I was a little bitty ass kid. So like now that I'm an adult, when I started having relationships, cause I was single the whole entire time. Like people thought I was doing all kind of. I don't know. Y'all probably thought I was a lesbian. I don't know, cause I just didn't like none of you niggas, so they damn near thought I was gay. But I was just like, I don't know. I wasn't on that. I wanted to be famous so bad. I wanted to be rich.
Shout out Charnel Vaughn. She says, "Right, taking me to cool places too."
Yeah,
Story always finds a way into some amazing shit, and she'll take her people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. But like, nah, like everybody was cool. Everybody was solid, and I didn't think I was gonna get married neither. I'm thugging and shit. I was like, fuck it, I'm out here surviving. Like, nigga, it is what it is.
I was surprised. What the fuck you mean?
He's like, what the fuck you mean?
I cried at the wedding. Right?
He did cry at the wedding. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. He cried. He was like, this shit is beautiful. This shit is beautiful.
Ghetto dreams come true. You know what I'm saying? I did that motherfucker crying and shit. You know
at least it wasn't a you could turn a hoe into a housewife story. It was a little different. It was like, you can't turn a gangster to a housewife.
I'm waiting for that call. Like, nigga, the wedding. No, fuck this. I'm waiting for that call the whole time. Like, okay, this shit happening. Is that they're like, bro, find a DJ. I found the DJ. I don't even remember how I found that nigga. I found the DJ.
I don't know where you found him at either, though. That nigga came out of nowhere.
That hall and shit. This shit happened. It happened.
Yeah, that shit happened. It was like 400 people at my wedding. That shit was crazy. It was over the top.
And the motherfucker said, "I do," and then all of a sudden, this dance. Was it this dance?
Oh, yeah.
Or was it,
no, it was this dance.
Get stupid?
No, it was this dance. It was this dance. It was this dance, yeah. Because
at the wedding.
Diggs' mom and dad, those shout out to Big Money and Daryl, Mr. Diggs.
They came to the wedding.
Those are my godparents, and they came and during the time when I was going through that or whatever, you know, I didn't have my father in my life or whatever. So I asked them, you know, like, what should I do? Because I was trying to figure out a way, like, oh, should I have my son walk me down the aisle? Like, I was like, Diego, you gonna do it? Remember, I asked you to walk me down the aisle. Like, I asked all of y'all. Yeah, I asked you to.
Did I say no?
No, you was like, shit, if you ain't find nobody, if your family don't do it, you know I got you.
I'm a good nigga. I said
yeah, you all right, cuz. You all right.
I'm like, damn, did I say no?
No, you didn't. You didn't do me like that.
By then, I was cool, bro.
Yeah, but y'all was cool. Y'all was solid by then. But then he, Diggs' dad called my phone. They were at dinner and shit, and him and his mom called me, and they put me on speakerphone, and his dad was like, hey, I heard you was having some problems finding somebody to walk you down the aisle. He was like, I wanted to let you know I love you like a daughter. You always been in my life. I've been around you for a long time, and I would be honored if I could walk you down the aisle. And him and his wife and his daughter, they came out here. D.
Shout out Diggs,
Big Money. And,
shout out Big Diggs, man.
Yeah, they came out here.
That's fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they did that for me for sure. That was a blessing.
So you're married, life happens, everything's good, tragedy strikes. We don't got to go deep into the details.
First tragedy that struck was right after I got married. During, like, literally 24 hours before I walked down the aisle, I got a call that my mom wasn't going to make it.
Damn.
And that her cancer had came back, and her breast cancer came back and it spread through her brain. So immediately I'm like, okay, well, should I call my wedding
Where
off?
was she living at the time? Because I kind of remember you having to go somewhere else.
My mom was in Texas. She was in Tennessee, and then she ended up going to Texas when her cancer went into remission. She went to go live with her best friend for a little while. She's like, I'm finna go, live it up. Like, I beat that scare. Like, let's go do this. So she went to Texas, and she had been down there for like a few months, and she knew she was excited about the wedding. She was planning on coming. It was just everything was good. And then all of a sudden, like, boom, she just stopped answering the phone, like the last 2 weeks before my wedding. So I'm calling way to Texas. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my mama, and I finally get a doctor on the phone, and I'm like shocked that it's a doctor, and I'm like, what are we talking about? Like, why are you answering my mom's phone?
So you calling to get mom's, and it's a hello.
It's a doctor, and she said that your mom's been in the hospital for the past 2 weeks. I'm like, why didn't nobody tell me? And they were like, well, she was like, well, her people said that you were getting married, and they didn't want to disrupt, whatever happiness or whatever you had going on. And I'm like, no, I talk to my mama every day. Y'all got me panicking.
Right, because I'm not
like,
hearing from her.
Right, I'm blowing my mama up, and she not answering the phone. That's weird. Like, what the fuck is going on, right? And so they ended up telling me over the phone the day before I got married that my mother's cancer came back and she wasn't gonna make it. Damn. And so I had to walk down the aisle knowing that. So it was hard. I broke down. I went through a whole little, you know what I mean? But my husband was there. He had my back. So I was like, I could do this. I felt like I could conquer the world with that man. So it was like, whatever, And when we got married, instead of going on a honeymoon, we took all the little gifts and money and stuff, and we got on the road, and we drove all the way to Texas to go pick my mama up.
I remember that.
And we brought her back and put her on hospice. So my mama died first. She died August 2nd, 2015 at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. She died in my arms right after I left church.
Damn.
Yeah, so I lost my mama first. So I was going through it. I was going through that, and trying to dig myself out of that.
Newly married,
no mom, because I'm calling her like, what do I do? All my sisters and moms and aunties been wives. Everybody, all the women in my family have all been married. Even my younger nieces that are adults, married.
They got husbands.
Everybody got husbands.
Bitches get y'all husbands.
I don't know what's going on in the world, but bitches in my family get husbands. We married. We married. So
damn, but that's a lot because it's a lot going on because it's a lot to put on like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to burden the new person with
all of this trauma and all this extra shit. Yeah.
And we already know, even though we touched on a little bit of it, you've had a rough life. Yeah. It's been up, down.
Right. It's so much in between.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's so much in between.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff, not even for TV, but
so it's happening, and you still persevere through this, and you begin to blossom as a couple. Motherfuckers move,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, we bossed the fuck up. Like, that's what happened. We bossed all the way the fuck up. Oh, God, we bossed the fuck up.
I'm new in the city, motherfuckers.
We started turning this motherfucker up. We turned the whole city up. Everybody cracking. Everybody around me cracking. Everybody getting money. Everybody eating good. We all doing our shit. Like, and that went on for like about the next 7 years, 5 to 7 years after that. And then...
Tragedy strikes again.
Yeah, tragedy strikes again.
It's tough dealing with that. The circumstances, you're there. You have to go through this and then continue on from that. While still trying to pursue a career, still trying to become something in life, still having to pay some bills, still having to raise a son. You know what I'm saying? Where the fuck do you pull this survival shit from to make it through losing a mother and then losing a husband and still being able to step outside and smile?
God. Like both times, excuse me.
It's all right.
I ain't never talked. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't never talked about it. The first time when my mom and with him, like when they died, I immediately, all I knew was what Fresno taught me. My mama, go to church, go to God. So it's a church out here called Mountaintop.
Shout out Mountaintop.
I ran to my car and got in the car, and I drove like with tears in my eyes, like couldn't even breathe. I was like holding my breath. I drove to the church, and both times when they both died, the church was closed. There was people in there, but they was like closed to the public.
Nothing going on.
Bro, I went and laid on the porch. I just laid on the porch until somebody came and got. And church saved me. God saved me. Like he did, cause ooh, that shit was hard.
Shout out Mountaintop, man.
Yeah,
The pastor's from Fresno. I don't exactly know the whole dynamics of who his name or whatever, but that only church I've ever been out here to is Mountaintop, and it didn't even come through you; it came through somebody else. But shout out, Mountaintop.
Yeah, Mountaintop. They definitely helped me out. They introduced me to an evangelist, a lovely evangelist lady, and she talked to me, and she happened to be a widow herself, because the second time nearly broke me. Like it was a lot. I had to dig deep. I had to, like, I don't know, you know how they say, like, mustard seed of faith is all you need? Like, bro, I needed a watermelon. Like, it was deep. It was an out-of-body experience. I thought that I wasn't going to recover from it, but I just kept my eyes on God. It was like a little speck of light at the end of the tunnel.
And you in Vegas, so everything is right here.
Yeah, yes. I'm
looking drugs is right here.
I'm still
so
hustling.
Just running the street, being wild is right
I was hustling,
here.
Y'all. I was hustling. I was getting my money. You know what I'm saying?
We doing that.
Without my
the bullshit, though.
It was like.
But the bullshit is right here. To like the fuck life, I can just not give a fuck about it. It's right
It's right here. It's like a few steps away, like literally.
And you're going through this because a lot of motherfuckers, they don't bounce back from these situations. It's like fuck life. You look up and they strung out on drugs, and we look at them like, oh, they strung out on drugs, that nigga. But you don't know, this nigga lost his brother, or this nigga lost his mother, and he just got high one night and never came back. You lost a mama, and in a short period after that, lose a husband. The fuck life, do drugs is right here, and you somehow maneuver around. I didn't want
that for myself, because I knew that I had worked too hard to get to where I was at. And my mom, I watched that lady persevere through everything. Like, I watched her go through all of the stuff that I'm telling y'all about my life. It was like I'm reliving her life, but through my eyes and with different experiences and different people. I watched my mama lose her husband. I watched my mama lose her daddy. I watched my mama lose her mama. I watched my mama lose her grandma. Like, you know. And she gave all of their funerals, and I watched her stand up in their funerals and make sure everybody was dressed right, and she held her head and she wasn't falling all out crying and all that old crazy shit. So I seen a woman press through, you know, during like the toughest times of her life, and knowing her story and everything like that. So I always looked up to my mom, and you know, like her strength is what I pulled from her, and praying. The power of prayer. She always instilled God in me, and I prayed harder than I ever prayed. And when I thought I prayed too much, I prayed some more. Like it was pretty deep. It was definitely deep.
You come out of the darkness for the most part, because that type of shit never goes away, though. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot my lyrics. I couldn't even rap no more, y'all. Like it was. I thought it was
so
over
happy
for me.
to see you when you finally got back on stage again.
I was scared. I thought I couldn't rap.
What's the song though, where you speak about losing your husband?
I know they're still standing.
Still standing. Yeah. That's the one. We go. There's a venue. I don't know if you remember the show. It was downtown Las Vegas. It looks like a Chinese theater.
Shout out to Shakespeare.
Shakespeare what always place is that out. Though? The Chinese.
I can't remember the
theater.
name of that. The name of that place, but it was like a thing where there's a DJ named Shakespeare out here in Vegas, and he always brings out local talent that's like actually dope, and he gives you a platform to do your thing or whatever. So we went out there, and I performed that song live for the first time, and people in the crowd was crying.
So yeah, let me tell my part. Hold on,
crazy.
Let me go back to that night. I'm just so fucking happy to see you performing this song again. I'm standing in the cut as you're performing this song. I begin to tear up because I know the situation. I know you haven't been performing. I know what you're talking about in this song. And these are a crowd full of strangers who don't necessarily know her story. But I know the story. It impacted me deep. This guy was like one of my best friends at the time. You know what I'm saying? My only friend in the city. And I know what she went through. This is little sis. So I'm standing there, and as she's doing what she's doing on the stage, I'm kind of tearing up. And then I look around at the strangers who are looking at you, and I see these motherfuckers crying as well at a fucking rap show.
Yeah, we had a rap show. It was like hip hop. It was fun.
Nigga, kill you. Play with me.
Shit.
Kill you.
Yeah.
Play with me. Kill me. This is the nigga before her.
It was turned. I ain't gonna lie.
Play with me. You know what I'm saying?
They was turned up. I can't lie. They was
she
turned.
She gets on the stage. She does this fucking song, and I'm like, God damn, let me get my motherfucking proposal
I had
together.
niggas walking up like, girl, you can't be doing that shit. You got me in here crying. I'm a gangster. I was like, I wasn't trying to make y'all cry.
I see this white lady. The niggas okay, y'all relate. But when I see this white lady's in full crying,
it's like you changed my life.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was
I'm like,
crazy.
okay, this shit is impactful. They feel what I feel.
Because remember, you, if I'm not mistaken, you told me, you was like, I don't know, that song kind of serious. I think I would keep it party. I don't think you need to perform that. I was like, bro, it's a great performance piece. I said, just watch, just wait till you see it.
And it's your truth.
Yeah, I was like, just wait till you see it when I perform it. And he was like,
truth.
all right. I was like, just give me a chance.
Oh my God. That white lady, she had me crying more.
The white lady made everybody cry more. She was just standing there. She was bawling like it was over the top.
Gangsters in this mother. Like, it wasn't even too long after Nip passed because it was a nigga in there with like a full blue rag, rest in peace, Nip.
And I went
shirt.
to Nipsey's passing because I know how much that my late husband had loved
in there,
Nipsey.
like,
so I was like trying to rep Nipsey. I'm like,
you know who I felt bad for?
Who?
The nigga that went after you.
Y'all always do that. Y'all always feel bad for somebody performing after me.
All these people are hugging you and oh my God, this is amazing. And this nigga's on stage now. It's his time to perform. Yeah, y'all. Hey, nobody's watching you, man.
No, they was following me out the door and stuff.
Like, hey,
like,
give me like 15 minutes, bro, for this shit to die down. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad for the nigga that had to go after that performance. That night.
Niggas still ain't learned not to go after me. Motherfuckers be playing themselves all the time. They be like, who gonna go first? I be like, I'll go first. And they be like, nah, Story, you on bullshit. Yeah. I think a few niggas know now. They be like, nah, fuck that. Let me go first. Like, let me go before she get up there and do her thing. Right. Like, man, it's all good though. I be having fun though. I'm just glad I'm back performing and, you know, I was able to, after the death and all of that stuff, I was able to still push through, man, because I thought it was over. Everybody was like, you gonna get this big blessing, all this stuff happening to you, God gonna bless you. I'm like, God bless me already, you don't see it? They're like, what? I'm like, I still got my mind. Like, my nigga, I could have went crazy. Like, I was in one of the most vulnerable states of my life.
Motherfuckers don't understand how valuable your sanity is until you get a little older.
I almost lost my mind, man.
Losing your mind is easy.
Hell yeah, especially under them circumstances because everybody would have understood. All people was gonna do was say, oh, I understand why she, you know, like that because she going through so much crazy shit. But it's like, no, nigga, like, I needed my mind because I have a son I had to raise and I had to show him how to respond to, you know, trauma because, like, you know, Black people, we deal with trauma.
So not only are you going through this,
I got a son that witnessed all this shit too.
You're going through this with a son.
My son witnessed my mom dying. My son witnessed my husband being murdered. He's seen everything. So,
the whole shit.
Right. And this is like my baby, and I protected him from everything. I've always protected my people. I couldn't protect my mom from this boosie ass disease. I couldn't protect my husband from, you know, trying to defend my family member in a situation and end up like on some bullshit. Like, I would never sacrifice my family, you know, for no punk shit or no bullshit, but I've always been the savior of my family. Like, I grew up like big brother, big cousin type shit. Like, I'm big sis. I'm always looking out. If somebody fuck with my little cousins, they calling me. Somebody fuck with my family, they call me. You know what I mean? Because of my you know, my status in the streets and just because of who I am, period. You know, I'm with all that shit. So I took pride in being able to defend my family and keep everybody safe until I couldn't. And I had to tuck my tail. That shit tucked my tail, man. I was down for a minute, but
you bounced back.
I bounced back for sure. Still standing, baby, on all platforms.
I'm trying to, let me make sure I did this.
I guess hearing my story, y'all can go listen to the song and you'll understand.
I'm trying to grab the album because I should have had it loaded, but I didn't. Is this my phone? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm trying to grab this to make sure I got this.
Ooh, I need that shot after this.
There's some right there. It's a little bit left.
This nigga trying to make me
middle
ugly.
Of the day.
Trying to make me ugly cry. Yeah, I had to have a few shots. Tell y'all my business. Okay, y'all know I'm hella private. I don't be on the internet like
that. It's
good
sometimes to vent. This shit is therapy.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? And
I just don't be going live and shit as much as y'all would like.
My audience is one of the dopest audiences. They're very caring. They're very open-minded. They're very supportive of pain.
They are. They are.
Because other people go through these type of things and they don't have a way to vent about it.
Right.
They don't have a way to let it out.
Right.
So it takes somebody like you to say, look what I've been through, look what I made it through, I'm okay.
Right.
To help some people. So this right now, what you're doing is helping other motherfuckers realize, hey, I'll be okay.
I hope so.
It helps them realize that they'll be okay too. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely hope so. I love all y'all, man. Y'all been showing me so much love and everything, but I just it got to the point to where everybody was like, talk to my sister, talk to my auntie and my niece, and they just lost their man or their husband or baby daddy, and I'm like, bitch,
I'm still going through my shit.
I'm like, hold it.
I didn't sign up to be a counselor.
Yeah, like it's a certain few people that, you know, God put stuff in your path, and when He put it in my path, and I feel like it's something He want me to do, then I'll reach out myself. You know what I mean? But it got to the point to where
I'm healing.
It was like,
like I said, you wear it so fucking well. They think that you've made it beyond. You have your days. You break down some days.
Well, you got to remember, I'm a rapper / actor. Believability is a motherfucker.
But so, you have your days where you're weak. But from the outside, these motherfuckers like, hey, can you talk to my sister? Because her sister can't hide it as well as you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Her brother can't hide it as well as you do.
I'm like, no, bitch. I was just suicidal 2 days ago. You don't want to talk to me.
I'm still going through this.
Like, no.
You make it through this storm. This storm, we throw a amazing record release party.
Birthday /
record release party. And you finally released, this is officially your first album, right?
Right. And we did it. I did it by myself.
Pre-written.
We set up and put that shit out. We did all of that. It was dope.
This album's streaming on all platforms. Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, YouTube, whatever, man. Y'all check out Misstory.
Pre-written is... the album title it got a lot of people because they was all like, where did you come up with that title at? And pre-written is because my story was pre-written. You know, they say God know your story before you do. Right? So I figure like my story was pre-written, so it's no point in nobody else telling it. I'm living it, so I'm going to tell it to you myself. And so that's what the album was. I just gave you a glimpse into, you know, some of the shit funny, some of it's dark, some of it's deep. You know, it just depends on where you at in life. And
so let's have some fun now.
Okay.
Your favorite song on the pre-written album?
Favorite song on the pre-written album would have to be the entitlement track, pre-written. Yeah, it would be the entitlement track because that one was deeper for me. I like Still Standing and all of that stuff, but that was me angry. I was angry, you know. And pre-written was like my story just starting over. It was like the eulogy to the new book, the new book that I'm about to start. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, look, all of that's happened, and this is how I feel right now today, and this is what's about to happen. It was like a manifestation of, you know, forward progress and things like that. So that would have to be my favorite song on the whole album.
All right, let's do this. Favorite female rapper of all time?
Quiet to the motherfucker, huh? Other than myself, shit.
Favorite female rapper, or we're gonna do
female
that.
rapper.
Favorite female rapper.
Whew.
Because the
Marvelous.
Marvelous. Shout out Marvelous. Marvelous pulled up
Marvelous
to your record release birthday party. She was there.
I love her.
You've worked with Marvelous.
Yeah.
Her and Marvelous have a song on this album. Like I said, it's streaming on all platforms. They got a song together. Marvelous doesn't get the credit she deserves. She was better. She was better than
Marvelous
a lot of bitches.
Is better than a lot of niggas back then.
That too.
Like she was out rapping niggas and bitches back then. So
That too.
like, yeah. Cause I reached out to Sugar T one time. She peed me. Yeah, she hurt my feelings. She was my favorite, and she hurt my feelings. So
Bitch, I wanted to be you, bitch.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Why you acting like that with me? That bitch hit me with I had to have a budget to even talk to her because she wanted my budget. I'm like, bitch, you wouldn't be shit if it wasn't for you.
In all fairness, you know they get these motherfuckers every day because now that you
I was ghetto by then though. I was older.
You get niggas in your inbox every day like, I think we should do a record. Nigga, who the fuck are you? And then you go look at this nigga page.
No, but by this time, mind you, by this time I'm solidified with Diggs. I'm on. I'm the first lady of Thiz Nation. I'm the only female ever from Thiz ever. Cause it wasn't. You can't name a female that's ever been from Thiz. I'm the only female ever been from Thiz. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody in the whole crew rap me. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm doing my thing. So I'm figuring, okay, boom. I was like, Marvelous, I want you to get on this song. You know, she back with her people and shit. She got Sibo and all of them and shit. She coming from Sac and shit. So then I hit Sugar T like, what's up, sis? Like, me and Marvelous gonna do the shit. I want you on there. We're gonna bridge the West Coast like the Northern Cali Gap. You feel what I'm saying? Let's do some shit. Me, her, and Marvelous, that would have been hard, right? She like, well, I don't know. You're gonna have to show me your budget. Marvelous loves Sugar T. Let me make sure I say that. Marvelous loves Sugar T. She told me, because I never met the person and she doesn't know me.
Marvelous had nothing to do with the negotiations.
She doesn't know me, so I gotta show her some grace because she doesn't know me, and I was just a random motherfucker in her inbox. I don't think she really did the homework or knew or even looked to see who I was. She just popped off on me.
And you gotta understand, you're still way
but I'm popping
younger.
Though. I don't give a fuck. I'm popping at the time. So when she got at me, nigga, it was like the ultimate slap in the face.
Although female hip hop is everything right now,
right?
At that time, it's only room for one bitch.
Right. But she wasn't the bitch that it was room for.
Not,
so it was just like, I'm trying to revive your career because I think you dope. So why wouldn't you?
You're from Fresno, she from right there. They trying to hold on to that little space.
Right.
Marvelous, you's a real one.
Marvelous embraced me with open arms. She came. She been coming ever since.
Especially because from the West Coast, we've only had Yo-Yo, Conscious Daughters, Marvelous, Sugar
Everybody
T.
always told me I remind them of the Conscious Daughters, the one that passed away.
Man, rest in peace, CMT. I think was her name. But I'm just saying, Marvelous, Marvelous, Conscious Daughters, Sugar T, Yo-Yo. Who else did we have from the West Coast as females back then? And you're way younger than all of these bitches we naming though.
Yeah.
You way younger. You just were tomboyish, fast with the game. Right. You know what I'm saying? That you could blend, mix, and get... Because, like, you're 17 fucking with Diggs and them. Diggs and them is probably 35 at that point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And they treated me like they equal.
Ain't really been too many females. Like, is there any... Are we missing any females from the West Coast?
We are, but I'm bad on names. What I did when I was younger, which is not necessarily the best thing to do as an artist that's growing, I didn't want to sound like nobody. I was so used to people mimicking other artists and everything, and I came up, like I said, I was pantomiming, lip singing and all that shit when I was little, so I grew up mimicking artists. I wanted to be in my own right. I didn't want to sound like anybody, so I blocked out every artist that was not like one of my tops or my favorite. I blocked them out, and I didn't listen.
Most of your favorites are guys.
Right.
So let's do it. Favorite male rapper
of all time?
Of all time.
Tupac.
Rest in peace, Tupac.
I cried when Tupac died like I lost a real sibling. I cried hard. Like I was like 12 years old. I cried like a baby.
One of the OGs in my neighborhood, he was like, nigga, what the fuck you crying about, nigga?
Yeah, that's how they did me. You crying like
all
you
the
made
motherfucking homies we done lost, nigga. I don't give a fuck about Tupac. I said, motherfucker, what? I went home. I was sad in the motherfucker.
Yeah, I cried. I cried like I grieved like I was at the funeral. Like,
said, nigga, we just lost a homie 2 weeks ago.
I felt like that was my opportunity to make it. I felt like if Pac would have encountered me, the effect that I was having on niggas his age and shit like that, I feel like he would have embraced me.
He was that type of nigga too.
Right.
He definitely would have grabbed you because he grabbed Sibo, he grabbed Richie. Pop would have met you, he definitely would have grabbed you. You were better than Storm.
I was trying to be the female from
Outlaws.
You
were better than Storm.
I wanted to be the female from Outlaws.
You were better than Storm. Shout out Storm, but you were better than Storm.
Yeah. I knew it.
Storm, sister,
every female that came out, even if I liked them, I battled them.
That's the only female he really put on was Storm.
Yeah.
You were better than Storm. If Pac would have met you, you would have been in the fucking Outlaws. For sure. Okay, favorite album. Any man, woman, genre, whatever. Your favorite album.
Mouth, the double CD, The Dragons.
Is that what is that? Is that
I forgot
it's
the name.
Not Godzilla.
It was it Godzilla?
No, Godzilla's not the double.
It was
my
the
favorite
red and
album.
blue.
My favorite album is Godzilla.
I think Godzilla was the one.
Godzilla's not a double though.
But Godzilla was the one that came before the double, right? It came out right before the double
because
album.
a lot of my niggas be like, that Yuck Mouth album is the one. And it's
is that the one with Tech Nine and all of them was all on it and stuff all through there? The red and blue CD was hard, but the Godzilla, I think Godzilla was the one.
I'm gonna tell you what it's called right now. And when I went, is it Thug Lord? No.
I just know when the song came, Thugged Out. When that shit came out, it said Outlaws.
Look,
they had that one song on there.
It's the double CD. See how it went?
That's my favorite album.
That one.
That was my favorite.
A lot of niggas love Thugged Out, and I went back this is mine though. Godzilla was my one.
Yeah, nah. Godzilla was a
Yuck
song
Mouth album.
on Thugged Out. He had a song called Godzilla on Thugged Out.
Godzilla's on here.
Okay.
You might like Godzilla like me, nigga.
No, but I liked
So
the
let's
red.
go to
I knew the
Thugged
red
Out.
and blue CDs. I had both of them.
Yeah, he did have a song called Godzilla.
I told you, I'm
okay,
telling you,
nigga.
bro. I know my
You
shit.
know your shit. Okay.
Because I listened to that album. When that album came out, he was like, it started off and he like, Outlaws. And I wanted to be the female from Outlaws. I was trying to get with a crew. I was trying to get with a clique.
Right.
So I like started researching Yuck Mouth
Right.
and doing all my homework. So when Yuck was coming to town, I was made sure I was in position to be where he was
He
at
was a
so I
rough
could
and
meet
tough
him.
motherfucker because a lot of bitches didn't really fuck with that. Now in this era, I be popping.
I
and
had
I'm
a
hanging with
gangbanger
bitch,
for
and
a
the bitch
baby
be-
daddy.
and the bitch be like, "Put on Mozzie." I'm like,
I had
"You
fell
fuck
in
with
love
that?
with a
Okay, little
gangbanger.
L gang bopper.
No, I fell in love with a
That's right,
gangbanger
bitch.
though, so I was like,
Okay.
I was riding around in a Cutlass Supreme, looking like a Batmobile with tinted windows, with that motherfucker beating 215s in the back, nigga, and that Yuck Mouth slap like hard.
Let's do this though.
What?
Favorite new bitch rapping. It's a lot of new bitches. Glorilla, Lotto, Nicki Minaj. Well, Nicki's not new, but who's your favorite new of these new bitches? Or do you have a secret in the cut that we haven't realized that exists? Like a bitch that's rapping right now.
I
currently.
like Chica.
See, I don't even know who Chica is.
Chica is she's a female that came out and she's hard. She's like a Rhapsody type rapper. But she just
Is that
she
the
got
girl on TV?
I don't know. She I found her. I
How you
discovered
spell
her
her
on
shit?
CHICA. I discovered her on what is that shit called? Tiny Desk. I seen her Tiny Desk performance and she just wowed me and I just started listening to her. And I like Lotto.
Is that her?
Yep.
This bitch?
No. She's a heavyset chocolate girl.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
From
She's
the
a
Tiny
heavyset
Desk. I know who
chocolate
you're
girl.
talking about.
Yeah. She's
you're talking
dope. I like Chica. Yeah, Chica and Lotto is dope. Out of all of the top little
fuck with
females
Lotto a
that's out,
lot.
Lotto is the one that I
fuck
feel
with
like
Lotto
can
a
really
lot, 'cause
rap.
I think
Lotto
rap.
can really rap.
Lotto
Like,
raps.
Yeah, she's
and
dope.
I just gotta say it. I don't know. It's a female
like Sexy Red
artist
too, though. I'm
renaissance
sorry.
right now.
I like-
Shout
I
out to
like-
all the ladies
I
rapping.
like Sexy Red
because it
too,
is.
y'all, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I fuck with
I like Sexy Red because she herself. Like I like people. I like people who are able to
Sexy
be
Red
themselves. and
sounds
be-
like she recorded that shit at Terrorizer House. In our
Absolutely.
era, like this
Absolutely.
is what you know what I'm saying. Like how the
Right.
fuck did like that's like early like story just raw uncut.
Back then,
going major, going
when I was going hard back then, they used to tell me that I needed to soften up because they like the girls gotta want to be you and the guys gotta want to fuck you. That was like the thing, the going thing back then. So they would be like, you too tough, you too hard. And so I'm trying to find ways to soften myself up and trying to, because I never made pussy popping music.
Well, let's
and all
talk
that
about it,
type of shit.
motherfucker, because you sing just as well as you fucking rap,
I
right?
don't like singing. It's too vulnerable for me.
As soon as the live started, shout out Charlie Baltimore. Nikita. Her name's Charlie Baltimore here, though. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I do.
She
What's that
immediately,
say?
she put a comment on here. She immediately says, Story is an amazing singer as well. She immediately said that. And a
Thank
lot of
you,
people
thank
feel
you.
like you're an amazing singer. Like you could sing at niggas' funerals good. You know what I'm
I've
saying?
done that. I've had my time. But like, if
Why
I love
haven't
you too
you
much, I
sang-
can't do it because
why
I'm a
haven't
cry.
you
I'm a
sang
pussy.
more,
I'm a
though?
cry. I'm a fall out.
Like you love rap so much you don't really care to sing. Like why don't you sing more?
It's like I sing, but I sing out of necessity. Like I got tired of asking niggas to sing my hooks. I got tired of asking bitches to show up to the studio. Like I was taking music way more serious than the people that I thought that were talented, that I wanted to be involved in my project.
Right.
And so getting tired of asking people, I always knew how to sing. It was just soft. And I noticed that being soft gets you played with. Being too girly got you sexually sexually
Diddy.
looked at. Yeah, like basically niggas that want to fuck me basically, and I didn't want that. I didn't want to be fucked. I wanted to be respected. I wanted to be heard. I wanted people to like hear my music, you know.
Like,
so I was like, let me just
nigga.
say that
I
shit
came
instead
to work.
of,
I came to rap.
I want to. Yeah, I'm like, I'm not finna be
that.
up in there twirling and like harmonizing and shit, nigga. Look at my mouth and listen to what the fuck I'm saying. Because if I say this shit to you, you're not gonna feel the way you felt when I sung it to you. You feel me?
Let's do this then.
Just like I beat a bitch up.
Hey,
You wasn't threatened, was you? You laughed when I first said it,
That's
but I
on
was
there.
serious as a heart attack.
that's on the album.
That's definitely on the album.
Y'all tap in. Dream feature. They got to be alive. So you can't have a Tupac feature. Right now, if there's one person you'd put on a song with you right now, give us both. Give us the dream feature and then give us the dream producer, I guess, right now. Even though producers are kind of finicky right now.
Producers is finicky. I ain't giving nobody outside of my.
Because back in the day, Timbaland had a run.
Yeah.
Neptune's had a run.
I always wanted to work with Jazzy Faye.
Jazzy Faye.
I always wanted to work with Jazzy Faye.
will give you a banger right now today. Jazzy Faye.
Right. I always wanted to work with Jazzy Faye. He was like one of my main
what
ones.
artist would you want on?
Artist-wise?
Artist-wise, yeah.
Like A-list artists or like
Any artist.
right now, the artist that I want is Rex Life Raj.
Rex Life Raj is fire. Y'all put me on him.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Y'all put me on Rex Life, and he should be bigger.
He should be. He should definitely
Shout
be
out
bigger.
Rex
Rex Life
Life
Raj
Raj.
is one of my favorites, and then I like La Russell. I'm like
La Russell should be bigger. La Russell.
The way we perform is similar. Me and La Russell have a performance.
You and La Russell would be.
Yeah, me and La Russell on a track would be dope because of the way we perform.
How the fuck can we get you to the? That's my mission. We got to get you to one of the backyards.
I know somebody that just did one. Coolio the Underdog. Shout out to you. Happy birthday, baby. He just did a
Press side.
Yeah, that's my brother. He just did a show with La Russell and shit like maybe a couple of days ago or something.
La Russell had Coolio
he
the
had
Underdog?
Coolio the Underdog
That's
on there, my
fire.
nigga. My Cuddy was up there. That shit was
That's
dope.
fire.
Yeah, that shit was hella
Tap
dope.
in with Coolio.
Coolio the
Coolio,
Underdog
make this shit
deserve it
happen,
though. He
Coolio.
hard. He a hard nigga though. That nigga solid. He always been super respectable. He's really
girls
good,
in the
good
backyard yet. Coolio.
It was one girl in the backyard. I can't think of her name, but she was hard.
Well, he has the camera girl.
Yeah.
She raps. I've seen her.
No, that's a little young
but
chocolate
she's
girl.
inside.
She was from out of state somewhere.
Because
She
the
came
camera
out
girl's
there.
light skin. Okay,
Nah,
so,
she's a little chocolate girl. She came out there from out of state.
We need Story in the
was hard.
backyard.
Yeah, I want to go to
Russell.
that pergola. What is it called? The pergola?
I don't know. But
I want to get on there.
We need you in that motherfucker
for sure.
We definitely need you in
My
that.
boy BB out there at all the concerts.
Let me go through my list real quick. I gotta go through my list. I had a little list, but this shit has been so motherfucking fire. I ain't even need the list. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even need the list. What's next? You working on a new album? You just doing singles?
So as far as right now, I've been like tour de chitlin circuit, you know. So I've been tapping in with everybody who's showing me love.
You stay busy.
I only go where I'm celebrated though. I don't go where I'm tolerated. So that's why a lot of people.
Where were you the other night? You just got.
I just came back from El Monte. I was booked in El Monte.
What
California.
was that though? They just showed you love at something I seen you post.
Was it
an award?
Last night I just
that?
won the 10 versus 1 with Hitman Beats out here. It was
Shout out my nigga Hitman Beats.
Yeah, he hit me and me and two other winners. Shout out to Mish Money and shout out also to
y'all might not know
Summer
Hitman.
Ruby.
Hitman don't get the credit he deserves. This nigga has been on niggas albums, huge niggas, and he's in Vegas.
Yeah, that
so
nigga's
for
the
our
nigga.
Vegas
He the
people that's
nigga
tapped
out
in,
here.
He the nigga though.
Yeah, he the nigga out
and it's
here.
like I don't think he gets the
in
love
Fresno
he
though. I
deserves.
want to work with Young Echo. I think me and Echo will come with some hard
I think
shit.
Young Echo should be.
Echo is hard. He's like one away. I think he's dope.
Echo be doing them deals though. We gotta
Yeah.
tap in when he doing them deals. That nigga be like,
No,
5
he fucking
beats.
with me. We've been chopping it up, talking about some shit and shit. So yeah,
You over
finna do
Echo
some
would be
stuff.
crazy.
For sure. Yeah.
You over Echo would be crazy. I want to hear you over Alchemist or Madlib.
Nice.
Because like Larry June,
I never thought about
Larry
that.
June
That's
got like
crazy
that mob
you
shit.
said that.
But my favorite Larry June album is Larry June and Alchemist.
Well, I got a new surprise producer I'm gonna pop out on y'all with. So he definitely into those artists, and so like we gonna see where it go.
He's into that vibe.
Larry June and all of that
Okay, yeah,
shit. So
for sure.
yeah, I've been getting told that I would sound good on them type of beats.
You would. Because it's like a fucking it's like a weird it's like a weird marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like Larry June, we all love the mob.
That's
sounding,
calm for me though. That's calm.
Yeah, but
that's really calm for me. I'm always like, like
I think it makes your bar stand out higher when you're over those beats.
Yeah,
like artists like Freddie Gibbs, I think that's why they win, because they rap over that shit.
And I might
and then
put out some singing. I think I'm gonna put out some singing.
I
I think I'm in my soft girl era, and I'm kind of ready to start
soft
singing.
Girl era?
Yeah, I'm ready to start singing and stuff. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and scratch the surface with it and see where it go.
Anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to announce?
Shout out to a Barred Up Trappers. Shout out to my girl Niche. She out there in Fresno, California, pushing a line.
Let's stop. Cause I missed that.
I almost got away with it, y'all. I almost got away with it.
Is Barred Up Trappers the clip of the reality show?
Yeah.
What is the reality show I seen you beat a bitch up on?
Oh my God.
You're on reality TV.
That's why I didn't do reality
TV. Why you slap
TV.
that bitch like that?
It was based on principle. You're gonna have to watch the episode so you can get a bar and see.
Is it out now? Is it available?
No, it's coming soon. Okay. So y'all need to go to Royal K Network and make sure you subscribe. What is the show called? It's called Barred Up Trappers. Okay. So yeah, it was basically me standing on principle. Y'all know, if you do know me, if you know, you know. If you don't, then fuck you too. I ain't no messy bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't do weird shit, and I don't like old bitches fighting kids. I don't like that type of weird shit. So when you see it, you'll understand what I was standing on principle, and she needed to be slapped, and then I forgave her for making me slap her. I forgave her for making me slap her, and then I apologized for hitting her that hard. So.
I forgive you. This is gonna hurt me more than it hurts.
Yeah, it was like chastising a kid, because that's how she was acting in the situation. So I forgave her for making me slap her, because I hadn't hit nobody in 20 years. I hadn't put my hands on nobody. Like, I've been running around
20
here
years worth of
beating bitches
aggression.
up on stage, and yeah, like, nigga,
God damn.
Leave me alone. I don't want no smoke. Everybody got it.
Are you gonna do more reality TV shit?
That I've got shows for season 2, so I do plan on going back on season 2. I don't think reality TV is necessarily for me, as far as me being a character in. Well,
we got this movie shit coming. We got Crown coming.
I definitely
got you a role in Crown.
Oh, I did a movie. Feature.
Tell us about that, because I saw you say you were doing a film.
Yeah, I went to play. I played a sister in court. I don't know what the actual show is. I'm gonna get more information about it when it's coming out. It was like some top secret shit or whatever.
Did you speak?
Yeah, it's on Zeus.
You spoke?
Yeah, I got to say "free my brother" and some other shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? that was my debut, my nigga. So yeah, and then
I'm Misstory. You might know me as the "free my brother" bitch.
You feel me? I was the "free my brother" bitch. Remember when I was "free my brother"? Like, I'm gonna rewind it all the way to that part. Like,
we
watch
got shit coming though. You know what I'm saying? This is the concept cover.
I'm dropping all singles though. Every quarter I'm gonna drop something.
For sure, she'll definitely be in that movie. Okay.
Yeah, so you got Risk It All with Kiana Jordan. So
yes,
I definitely I got videos coming. Yeah, I got videos I'm planning on shooting. So Beat a Bitch Up, the video's overdue. Everybody been asking for it, so I'm gonna give y'all that video.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna give you Beat a Bitch Up.
I didn't mean to do that.
He's like, wah, wah, wah.
I didn't mean to do that.
I guess not, nigga. Shit.
The tequila in the middle of the day. This is gonna be a long day for me.
Yeah, it is, cause my cup's empty. Where the bottle?
You got a little bit left in that motherfucker.
I'm gonna let you have it because you live far as fuck from the store.
I've been pulverized. Yeah, I live way out.
He lived way out his body.
Way out. Then I gotta jump in traffic. I'm gonna jump in traffic like.
Here, there you go. I saved you one bow.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? For sure. But y'all got a lot of music coming from me though. I'm gonna be dropping some singles back to back. But I'm gonna take a break for a minute. Not like a long break like before. I'm gonna take a break to rebrand myself and regroup.
No fucking breaks. We're working. No breaks. Look at me. No breaks.
Nigga, I work 4 jobs when I ain't rapping.
But your mind doesn't break. Like, you think of bars and shit while driving.
Yeah,
cars.
so I be like, hey Siri, take a note. You know, so a nigga
maybe
don't always catch this
a
work.
break. You know what I'm saying? But this album is phenomenal right here. You know what I'm saying? They need a follow-up.
Thank you.
Outdoing this album will be hard. But I believe if anybody can outdo it, you can outdo it. Pre-written by Misstory is out now on all streaming platforms. Before we get out of here, let me just stand up. I want to hug you because I love you.
I love you too, brother. You know I love you to death.
Without a doubt.
I love you to death,
Without
man.
a motherfucking
For
doubt.
sure.
I appreciate you
sure.
tapping in, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in. This has been episode 4 of Tapped In. Misstory, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we outside on my grandpa daughter.
On my grandpa daughter. Anybody want to say fuck you too? I love you too.
If you look on my profile, you guys will see it's a very stunning picture. It's a woman and she has balls in her throat, and that's what you look like when you talk about me behind my back. And other than that, if I did anything to piss you off, just please run it by me so I could do it again, bitch.
Hello.
Oh, my grandpa daughter. Nah, for real though, I love y'all. Thank y'all for all y'all support. I appreciate my city standing behind me during, all the tough times and everything that I went through. My brother, you my rock. You always had my back. You know what I'm saying? I fight a brick wall for you, my nigga. But shout out to the Rat Pack DJs, DJ Cool, Snow That, a couple of other cats and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. I
hope I don't be offending some of my friends, because I always say that if it's me against 5 niggas. If it's me against 5 niggas and I only have 2 people to pick, so it's finna be a 3-on-5. Misstory is one of the.
I'm one of the niggas, cause
I'll take Story and then I'm picking one of my niggas. You know what I'm
funny
saying?
as fuck.
Probably Boss, cause he's in the gym and shit every goddamn. Boss gonna fuck. So Boss, nigga, you buff, fight 2
Boss
niggas.
Gonna put a price on your head, nigga.
Boss gotta fight 2 niggas, and that leave 3 niggas for me and Story to fight. Story gonna handle her business. She gonna whoop her nigga ass. And
he gonna put me on. He gonna put me on 2 niggas, and he gonna get the biggest one.
But I always say that I love you like a motherfucker. I would choose you in a fight against some niggas every motherfucking time.
Love you too,
for
bro.
Sure, man. Tapped in, man. I appreciate you motherfuckers pulling up on us. This was epic.
Yeah.
This was epic. We cried and shit.
That was some sucker shit, man. You wasn't supposed to have me crying, cause I said I wasn't crying. I said I wasn't crying.
They was crying.
I wasn't crying on TV. I had people call me this morning. You finna have me crying? I'm like, no, you not.
The audience was crying. It's alright.
No, it's all good. I appreciate y'all. That's how we family. We can smile together, cry together, and keep it pushing.
That's what it do.
So
Episode 4 Tapped In. We appreciate y'all tapping the fuck in. Misstory, love you. Glad you pulled the fuck up. And we are out of here.
Alright. Pretty dope.
Still need to figure out a way to get you your own podcast.
Here. We was gonna do it with Peter shit, but them niggas got kicked out the studio. I don't know what kind of shit. He lost the building. Well, he didn't get kicked out the studio. He lost the building. Like the little niggas had the police coming over there. He was renting. The one on Valley View, the new shit. And they had too much going on. He got a bunch of